So, welcome back. This is Sunlust Map19. It's called Blood Geometry. This is one of my favorite maps in the set so far, and it is only one of three which does not have any secrets in it. The other two maps in Sunlust that do not have secrets are 32 and 25. The strategy for this beginning part is to kill that archvile behind me immediately, as well as those archvile snipers, and then just try and run away and kill any revenants and mancubi that happen to be alive still. And once I've done that, I will make the Cyberdemon infight with the Hellknights. Something I should mention about this map is that its soundtrack is actually from Unreal Tournament. The song I believe is called Mission Landing. It's one of my favorite songs in this map set. The idea for that fight is to just kill all of the archviles from afar. Also, this map is one of the few in Sunlust, well, not really the few, but it's one of the really curvular Rubik's maps. As you can see on the auto map, there's curves everywhere, except for in the buildings, of course. Those have orthogonal geometry most of the time. This room is particularly interesting as it essentially functions as the hub for the entire map. All of the rooms branch off a bit. The first of which is the second primary fight of the map. This is probably the easiest fight in the map that isn't just incidental combat. All you must do is just circle around the enemies and hide in this location and this location. And if you can't get to those locations, then you would normally want to just turn around very quickly. Although, something interesting happened this time. The Cyberdemon, which is still yet to appear, appeared a lot earlier than usual in this fight. There it is. And that affected the outcome, because the Cyberdemon coming in with a lot more enemies causes it to die, and so it's unable to kill all the Hellknights along with it. This surprisingly made the time faster, as I would usually get out of this room around 5 minutes 30 or so, with the current strategies in place. However, because of this, I went out about a minute early. This is also the least interesting fight of the map, because there isn't as much to do, and the strategy is somewhat repetitive because it doesn't change a whole lot. This is the final map that's like red in theme primarily. However, map 20 has a decent amount of redness in it. I'm pretty sure that map 20 used to be part of the Subterranean Ruins episode, or at least it was devised for that. However, it was changed around a bit, and its theme was, well, redified for this episode, as it was much harder. So, the next thing I must do is go up this staircase and kill the revenants. Now I can hit this switch and telefrag the Cyberdemon from the beginning. And here's the main fight of the map, the most interesting one. This is one of 2 fights in Sunlust which use archviles in such a way that it is brilliant. More brilliant than usual, which is a pretty high bar. My strategy for this fight is to essentially hide on one side and hope that all of the enemies get brought over to that side so that I can go over here without as much opposition. And now I just blast down everything. Because I had to kill those Hell Knights myself earlier, I've got significantly less rockets for this fight and the following fight. So I actually run out of rockets here. This part isn't too hard, however, it is the fight that I died most in, other than the beginning. I would say that the final fight is the most difficult, however, as it relies on enemies to move in a certain way, which is unreliable in many cases, or at least not wholly reliable. This section is a bit boring, I'm just killing archviles, so I might as well just speed it up a bit. Somehow I accidentally get hit by an archvile by just screwing around. I always forget about the 2 revenants that are about to appear. So I almost never have the super shotgun out, which is what I prefer to deal with them with. So here's the final fight. I decide to take the Soul Sphere first, and then hit the switch. My strategy, which I took from somebody else, I don't remember who, is to kill the imps, go into this side, and then when the time is right, I will take the Megasphere and run out here, luring everything away from the other side. Then, I will attack everything from here using rockets. Things don't go too well soon enough, so I decide to go out, which especially doesn't go well because of that Baron that screwed me over by getting in my way. So now I just have to plasma down everything that's left. I retreat back to my original position, as it seems more advantageous than the other area, because I can bottleneck the enemies. And once I've done that, it's over. I just have to hit this switch, which lowers this wall, and then beat the map on attempt 15. So, that's it. This is definitely the hardest map of Sunlust so far, a trend which will follow into map 20. However, it will only continue once we reach map 24. I'd say that this might be the best map of Sunlust so far. A lot of people seem to think it is. In the entire WoD, the best map. it's especially interesting its use of arch files, because in the fight with the 8 arch files where it switches back and forth, that is a very creative use of space. Where if you were playing it, well, not the way I did, you would have to switch sides using those pillars in the center, which would be quite interesting. Anyways, that's it. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.